that I forgot.
1995, my first ever championship.
There it is, man.
I still have the trophy in my trophy case.
Is that right? You still got the trophy in 1995. Yeah, I remember it, man. It was just like, wow, that was vivid right there. Hey, gate is down on this 85cc 10 to 12-year-old class. It is Logan Mortberg out of Pearson, Florida, the number 37 KTM pilot out there, taking 9th place position in Moto number 1, opening up at least with a hole shot. He's on a DeLand Motorsports Bio brand HHMX training back KTM. As we check to the RacerTV monitors now and see how things are breaking down out there. We've got, it looks like Mortberg already being taken over by the number 80 machine. The number 80
Several riders.
Yeah, Landon Gordon taking over this lead. He took 2nd place in Moto number 1.
Several riders went down on that first, second anthill, Rodney. So right after the whole shot, I'm saying 3 or 4 riders definitely down after that.
See you guys. So Mortberg with the lead, dropping to at least a 3rd place position. Last check. Oh, check this out. That 21 machine doing some railing back there on the backside of this. And look here, this is going to be an interesting factor. Enzo Timmerman, I'll tell you, I know, and I said something
he's
about
21.
this. Yeah, yes, he's the rider. I remember mentioning him in Moto number 1, saying, you know, wow, Enzo, you know, he's a big factor. We could have expected to see, I think, something more out of him. Don't know what's going on, but this KTM Orange Brigade rider back by Fox DNF'd in Moto number 1. So that puts us in a situation here. He is one of the older kids in this classes. He has been one of the faster kids in seasons past. So he could play spoiler on this championship, and all he's going to be doing is coming out here and trying to make some statements and put some exclamation points, at least, on that DNF that he had in Moto number 1.
Listen, if you go ahead and say, you know, we kissed that championship goodbye, but we're going to win some motos. Let me tell you, so you leave out of here with your head high. Okay, that's the bottom line. You leave out of here, you know, you come back with some podium finishes after that DNF. No shame in that. No championship, but no real shame.
No doubt. There we got Landon Gordon leading at the end of 1 with Dominic Stallings in 2nd. Luke Fowler, the Moto 1 winner, in 3rd. Enzo Timmerman in 4th. Alvin Hillen in 5th. Logan Mortberg dropping to 6th. Will Kenneguire in 7th now. Drew Adams is 8th. Kobe Goff in 9th. And Kalana Humphrey rounding out the top 10. Jaden Palmer in 11th. Frank Robinson in 12th. Jeremy Rowe 13th. Jonathan George in 14th. Jamison Muschler in 15th. Everett Clark in 16th. 17th. Tyler Mollett 18th. Austin Schaefer 19th. Chase Lawton, and rounding out the top 20, Kaysen Little. And that top 10 report being brought to you by your friends at Stasic Cycle. And of course, Stasic Cycle, our Whole Shot Award winner, but our provider, I guess I should say. But Stasic Stability Cycles, many folks are using those. We talked about them from GNCC. A great training tool, a great opportunity for kids to learn balance, not only riding a bicycle, riding a motorcycle, or just learning, getting their coordination. It's a great opportunity for you and your family.
Yeah, it's a great tool, and I got to tell you, it puts the kids ahead. Look at this, Rodney.
Is that already?
That's Timmerman right there.
Yeah, up to 2nd place now, it looks like, as he is getting around the new 2nd place position, now 3rd place position, I guess, of Gordon, who was leading this one. But after a few changes there on lap number 2, and Gordon's trying to fire right back on this one as well. Fowler, a big force to be reckoning with in this one. As we said, he had taken that Moto 1 win, and he's coming back with a vengeance himself, trying to work his way to the front of this pack. But like I said, Timmerman, this is the unknown variable we've got coming into this 2nd Moto. A DNF in that 1st Moto, and here he is waging war for one of the top spots at the end of lap number 2 as we check in with our leaders in that final turn. And here they roll. It is KTM pilot 46, Fowler out front. It is Gordon in 2nd. It is now the 21 machine dropping back to the 3rd place position of our 4th place position of Enzo, our 3rd place position, Enzo Timmerman. Stallings now drops from 2nd to 4th. Drew Adams is 5th place position after 2 laps, and looks like Mortberg holds steady in 6th, Kenneguire in 7th, Goff in 8th, Humphrey in 9th, and Palmer rounding out that top 10.
Adams extremely fast earlier, and then having some problems, but back into mixing this one right here. Is 5th place position right now, running a 2:11, a little bit faster than Stallings ahead of him, and that puts him right up there on pace with Timmerman and Landon Gordon.
Boy, Timmerman getting to be a pretty big lad. He's got some size on him now.
Look at him. Yeah.
He's turning in one of those man-childs. That's, AMA 12. He is 13, as we'd said. He's one of the older kids in this class, and he's been one of the faster kids in seasons past. And I know he's hoping to be one of the contenders and championship hopefuls. And riding like we're seeing him ride here in the second moto, if he could have gotten things put together in Moto 1, likely would have been a championship contender.
Would have been in contention, definitely, about that. When you talk about the size of, look at him being able to shove that bike around just a little bit. Not that these other guys aren't muscling the bike around, but look at him forcing that bike down into that rut.
Landon ain't no small lad himself.
No, not by any means. Look at him.
A pretty good size for an 85cc class.
They both have AMA 12 boots. So, yeah.
That's what works for him, man. But look at this coming up in the number 4 spot. That's the number 2 machine. Now, Drew Adams really starting to put some pressure on here. Took a 3rd place position finish in Moto number 1. He was running 5th at the end of the second lap. He's passed up the 4th. Now he's challenging for that 3rd place position on Landon Gordon. And Gordon, or is that still the 21 machine? No, that is.
Yeah.
I was going to say maybe the mud covered it up, but now that's how quickly these things change.
Right.
Timmerman really got the hammer down as he's trying to lay chase to Bowser out front. And Gordon, wow, I'm sure he's just scratching his head saying, what's going on out here in this second moto? Where's everybody's coming from?
Yeah, they're coming from all sides of him right now. And when we take a look down here in the bottom corner, you just see Drew going right down in the bottom, getting a good drive out of him. Not able to make it happen right there, but just all over Gordon, and he's going to fill him out. As they come out from behind that billboard, you're going to see a different race as they head back into the tree.
Oh, certainly. Gordon heading now in front of the billboard with Adams hot on his tail. Mortberg up to 5th place now. Kobe Goff in 6th. 7th is William Caniguire still. And going around the Yamaha mechanics area into the whole shot force. Gordon still holding on to the lead, but look at the gap that's starting to open back up.
Yeah.
He's starting to feel a little bit of comfort zone back to that number 2 of Adams now.
Yeah, got a little push, got a little heart rate bump right there, and understands the situation and gets a good drive, man. I can tell you right now, Gordon gets a good drive out of those corners. He absolutely does. Keep that foot well forward, waits that front end, and man, he gets a good boost.
Well, looking through the ranks of all the riders right now, that is our tightest race on this racetrack. That basically a half second to a second gap between Adams and Gordon there as they were coming through on the end of lap 3 here on lap number 4. Things may start to switch around a little bit. Logan Mortberg getting some pressure from Alvin Hillen and Kobe Goff. I think that right there might have lit some fires as well.
Yeah, you bet there's some motivation up there right now. They've got reason to go, and I'll guarantee you they don't want him up there in the mix.
Well, Goff up from 8th now. It looks like he's gotten around Hillen for 7th, and Mortberg still trying to hold steady in that, I believe that was his 6th place position. Here's that battle again for that 3rd place position between Drew Adams. Adams taking the position away right there from Landon Gordon. Gordon now dropping back to 4th, but he's trying to fight back.
Yeah, he's fighting back all right, but I got to tell you, Drew Adams has been using the outside line there the whole time, and then knew what was going to happen, where Gordon was going. First time he used the inside line, makes a pass and starts to pull away.
Racing Reverend Mr. Kevin Kozad.
Absolutely, the Moto Minister.
The Moto Minister, Kevin Kozad from MXers for Jesus. Kevin, chapel services coming up this evening at the FMF pits. Hang on just a second. Megawatt's busy getting you ready. And
the handler
getting you set up there.
What's that with that? Get a little sun today? Or what's going on there, man?
I got a little sun today, that's for sure.
Little cheeky there. Look, you got a little heavy on the blush today, it looks like, right?
Man, you guys, this is like a palace up here. You got air conditioning blowing,
well, the skybox.
watching cool racing. I mean, this is awesome.
Welcome to the RacerTV.com skybox, my friend.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
So as we watch this one unfold, 4 laps down, Enzo Timmerman does take over the number 2 spot. There's a 2.5 second gap. Looking at lap times right now, it is Fowler, your fastest rider on the track at a 2:08.8. We'll see if Timmerman can lay some laps down now that he's got a little free and clear racetrack. Adams, Landon Gordon now dropping back to 4th place position. Alvin Hillen in 5th, Logan Mortberg in 6th, Kobe Goff in 7th, Caniguire in 8th, Dominic Stallings in 9th, and Jeremy Rowe rounding out your top 10. Kevin Kozad, welcome back to the tower. We haven't seen you since bright and early this morning, but thanks for that little extra prayer that you gave us this morning.
Translation, thanks for saving Rodney.
Yeah, thanks for helping out.
I'm here for you, Rodney.
No, you know, and the beauty of it is Kevin's getting ready to say amen, and he gets ready to open his eyes, and he looks up, and I've got this panic look on my face. I'm going, stretch it out, stretch it out, stretch it out. My computer had completely once again deleted the national anthem off of it, and I left my iPad at home, so I'm trying to go through my phone. I can't find it on my phone. And then a miracle performed once again.
The Racing Reverend.
The Racing Reverend pulls his phone out of his pocket, pulls up Leanne Rhymes, puts the microphone right down to it, and saves the day.
It's coming.
Do we need to tell the story?
It's been told 3 times.
I mean, Kevin Kozad, he's had sleepless nights. Rodney, you've had sleepless nights. We screwed this up one time. We got yelled at bad, and then we had to sing it. And poor Kevin was wrong place, wrong time. Not Kevin Kelly. Hey, he deserved all of it. Kevin Kozad, unfortunately, you were just
a victim.
Wrong. You were just a victim.
Innocent bystander.
Yeah, you had to sing.
You know, the side to this story that we don't tell all the time is when we got back, I go in my motorhome, Casey's fixing breakfast. And as I walk in the door, she went, "Who sang the national anthem?"
Oh, that is great. She didn't know it was you.
She didn't know it was me.
She just knew they were terrible.
Yeah, she just knew. She goes,
You told your first line a long time, didn't you?
I knew where this was going. I was like,
Even the Reverend had to tell mine.
I was like, why? What was it? She goes, "Kevin, it was bad." And I said, "I love you, baby. It's me."
He could not tell a lie. So ever since that day, he's made sure he's got a national anthem ready to go.
It is
because he will never have to. Because we had to sing it. It was the three of us. It was Wes Kane.
Never
I think Kevin Kelly mysteriously managed to not be. He was on the other side of this door somehow, some way when that went down. So Kevin, thanks for saving Rodney and the rest of us time and time again.
Yes,
Well, time and time
he's
again.
out here to save our souls, but he saved our tails this morning.
When people knew what, sometimes to make everything look right, and I'm sure even for you, Weege, when it comes to TV, if people really knew what come from radio to, the RacerTV stuff to the quad radios. I mean, you think of all the things that you guys all do, and I'm in there some, like watching you guys or hanging out. So I see a little bit of it, but if people really realized what went on just to make it all happen, it would be entertaining.
So he's being placed if people really understood the carnage, really understood the chaos,
And, we have that apprenticeship program. Talked to Terry Russell last night, and that's one of the things, like, yes, when you run an event like this, there is mass chaos behind the scenes.
You bet.
All the time. That's part of the experience. We're trying to show you, like,
You bet.
solving those things, that's always going to be the game. You're never going to get it perfect.
No.
You got to solve those problems every time.
But how good have those apprentices been, Weech? I mean, there's really some talent.
Yeah.
We had producer apprentices down there pushing switches, changing screens. We had announcers. We had shadowing Carrie Jo. So we had teenage girls running the show today. And it's just been amazing. But there's a lot of talented kids out there.
Yeah, that's what we're finding out. We're keeping them involved. Talented kids out here, too. Luke Fauser and Drew Adams, Landon Gordon. Those are 3 big hitters in this class. And 3.2 seconds is the gap. Adams taking it down now. He made up a second. Now he made up 1.7 seconds. Drew Adams has got the bit between his teeth. Is this just a test to see how many different microphones I can use? As Kevin Kozad was explaining, I just went 3 different microphones in like a circle, continuing one sentence.
A battery swap on the fly.
Hot battery swap on the fly, and the people listening didn't even know.
Exactly. See, that's exactly what Kevin Kozad
They didn't even know we did that. So Drew Adams, first moto, he was battling with Fauser. He went down, he finished 3rd. He was so mad, so mad on the podium with that 3rd. He knows he has to win this one. So he is going all out on this number 2 Kawasaki to try to catch Fauser and make it happen. And he's doing it, yes. Megawatt pointing to the board. 1.7 seconds he made up on 1 lap on Fauser. Fauser's going to dig. If he knows, and he will know soon, that Drew Adams is coming, he's going to try to step it up. There is your leader, and there is second place. It's on now.
Yeah, blood in the water, as we said. Shark Week. Shark Week. Bottom line is we saw the number 2 pick things up, made a few mistakes earlier in the Moto, gathered that thing up, but right now he's on rails. This is exactly the point he wants to prove, and like you said, Jason, this is redemption right now at this point.
He's got to get the Moto win to really help his odds in the third Moto. So, almost throws it away. Hanging it out.
Every time you and I start talking about we start to see something. But I got to tell you, again, like Mike and Alessi and we were talking about Ricky Carmichael, willing to cross the line, willing to hang it out, man. Already
2 to go. So time now running out on Drew Adams. Wow.
Holy cow. This is one of those motos that just flew by. Absolutely.
I thought we had a replay coming there. No, we're going to keep it focused in on Fowler around the billboard. So white flag will be coming out next time around. Alvin Hillen is 3rd. Landon Gordon, Colby Goff, top 5. William Canaguire, 6th. Logan Mortberg, Cade Johnson, Dominic Stallings, and Kalana Humphrey. That's your top 10.
Let me tell you, everybody down here familiar with Fowler. They've seen the guy for years. They know what he does. And out there's what he's doing. Doing his laps, putting in the effort right now. And what happens at this point happens behind him.
Well, I'll tell you what's happening behind him right now is real estate shrinkage. I mean, he's losing land right now.
Yeah.
I mean, this is down to a 1.5 seconds now, and he's running about 0.8 of a second. So he may or may not run out of time. I mean, if you put 0.8 of a second and 0.8 of a second, theoretically, he would win this one by 1/10 of a second at the finish line at the end of these next 2 laps. So it's going to be very interesting to watch what happens in these this war waged. Here's these riders battle toward the championship.
Hey, Drew is going for it. He just tripled going into Storyland on an 85.
Yep.
And, you know, the thing about that triple is it's a good-sized triple, but what it is it's landmine city after the triple.
Oh, that's the problem.
So if you don't, you know, it's not the size of that jump, but it's what's going on after that jump. So that just shows you he's willing to take that risk. Yeah. Man, and he's right there on him.
He's hanging it out, and within that half a lap, as you pointed out, Kev, here he is. You know, Fowler, you know, he's riding his race. He's going to ride defensive. We watched him ride for years. But look at Adams put that bike back on the ground right there. Here he comes to the inside. This could be the race right here. Oh, a small swap right there. Gains Fowler 2 bike lengths. Adams, though, going to go to this inside. Hasn't been using that line a lot. And look at Fowler. He's going out that momentum line, that fast line. White flag is out right now, Rodney. Kevin, you're on this side. White flag is out. And holy cow, less than a lap to go right now. Take a look at the body position of Adams.
He's still charging. It's fun to watch him. It's fun watching him take different lines.
Yeah.
Adams having to try different things, you know.
Yeah, he doesn't have a choice.
Just having to pick out something. So I'm going to be interested to watch when they get back towards Storyland. If he's this close, when he decides to pull that jump, you know, the triple.
He pulls the trigger on it.
You know, he pulls the trigger on that triple. Let's see what that does for their positioning.
Well, we're going to find out here in just a moment, man.
I think Luke is in control. He seems to be riding smooth. Doesn't seem to be bothered by what's going on behind him, but I'm going to tell you there's a lot going on behind him right now.
Oh, my goodness. Look at this. Adams going the long way around trying to get the big drive. But still, Luke set up on the inside. Oh, Luke goes over, takes the line away. That's defensive riding, and here we go. This is going to be the race, Kevin.
Here we go. Oh, he got it. No.
And it didn't pay off. Pulls the trigger on the big triple, Kevin, and it does not pay off, but yet he goes inside, keeps the bike open. Luke Fowler, look at this. Not phased, trying to race his race. We may see contact in this one, folks, before this one's over with. Holy cow. The number 46 out front, the number 2 wants it. Now look at this, a lapper coming into play right here. Luke way outside, Drew way inside. Who's going to get to that tree first? Oh, Fowler's got clear track ahead of him. There is a lapper in front of Adams. Fowler able to go down. Oh, not clear to the inside. Adams needs to get the drive right here. Does he make it happen? Fowler outdrives him. Does he put it on the ground first? It could all come down to this corner right here, Kevin. The whooped out Sandy Beach. And again, Adams makes a small mistake. If Fowler keeps this thing on 2 wheels, outbreaks him right here, keeps this thing up. Fowler with another Moto win, going to go 1-1, and look at Adams bringing it right to us right here. Fowler by what? Half a second. Incredible race. Drew Adams on a mission from lap number 1. Brought himself through the pack, keeps himself, up there in the hunt, comes out of this thing 1.0 second behind, and holy cow. Kudos to both of those guys, made it super exciting. And let's see, is that the number 24? It is. So Alvin Hillen on that TM coming across the line in that third spot. Congratulations to him, a hard fought ride for him as well. And Landon Gordon, the number 80 machine, that guy had pressure coming from all sides. He got bounced around a little bit, punted a few people in the meantime, and holy cannoli.
Hey, we're talking about these guys, Megawatt, and they're 10 to 12 year old kids.
Yes.
I mean, I really felt like we could have been doing the same thing, looking at the same kind of race next weekend at the Outdoor National.
You got it, man.
We're going to be, that's the same, like, hey, the guy in the lead's being smart, stay in his lines, making his marks. The guy behind is trying things to make it happen. It was like watching an Outdoor National pro race to see these guys. And, they're between ages 10 to 12 and on limited
equipment,
stock motorcycles, right?
Exactly.
And I will admit today, I didn't pull the triple going into the Storyland. So had some bike issues. I'll take a little bit of credit to that, but I didn't jump the Storyland triple. He's doing it on a KX85.
How about it? Wow, holy cow. We're going to send it down to Rodney here in 1 second. We've got Luke Spike up on the stage right there, getting everything square. There's Luke's dad. What's up, Fowler?
Hey, Luke, congratulations. Ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together. He's going 1-1. 2 moto wins here at Loretta Lynn's, Luke. Wow, I tell you, it wasn't without a little bit of work, and then it wasn't without a little bit of company there at the very end. Tell me about that moto. Hang on just a second. Make sure it's turned on down there. Is it turned on? There it is. Okay.
Yeah, well, I got a pretty bad start, and I just tried to get up there as quick as I could. Got around Landon and just tried to take off, and then towards the end, Drew came up whenever I wasn't expecting, and I just tried to stay in front as long as I could.
Awesome. A great look at a possible championship here. You got one more moto to go. I know this is probably what you've been working on all season, right?
Yes, sir.
Well, congratulations to you on your second win here. Who do you want to say thanks to?
My mom, my dad, KTM Orange Brigade, Nate, Hope, Troy Design, Scott, Dave Kilgore, Gary Semix, Cernix, FMF, Dunlop, PR2, Lynx, Troy Designs, and Brap. And that's it.
All righty, sounds like a good one right there as Luke Fowler goes 1-1. A lot to celebrate there as one more moto to go to make this complete for him on the road to the national championship here at the Monster Energy AMA Amateur National Motocross Championships at Loretta Lynn's. We bring up to the podium our next competitor. I believe this would be our second place finisher out here, the number 2 Drew Adams, as we'll be bringing him up. Of course, these guys really zapped, and rightfully so, putting forth a lot of energy out there in those second motos. It's, again, hot today. We heard the 50cc riders talking about it during their podium interviews a little bit ago. And Drew Adams just kind of chilling under the tent here. Not necessarily unlike a villain, to be honest with you, just really coming up through that pack, and rightfully so, man. He's had his work cut out for him. How about it? Drew Adams, ladies and gentlemen, taking second place here in the moto. Wow, Drew, that was a lot of work you put forth out there, buddy. Tell me about it.
Yeah, I got off to a pretty bad start. My bike bogged, and then I just had to work through everybody.
So at the end of the day, how you feel about that one?
Pretty good. I thought I rode pretty good. I just couldn't get Luke.
Well, here we go. One more moto to go. A good start, maybe. Hopefully turn things around for you, huh?
Yeah.
All righty. Who do you want to say thanks to?
My mom, dad, Team Green Kawasaki, Matt Walker's Modex Compound, Dunlop Elite, Pro Circuit, Renthal, Bell, Answer, Alpine Star. I never forgot. Thank you.
All righty, Drew Adams, ladies and gentlemen, second place here in the Moto, going 3-2. We got Alvin Hilling coming to the podium next. Alvin scoring a 6th place finish in Moto number 1, right? And he turns it around here in Moto 2. Put your hands together as he takes Moto bronze. Alvin Hilling, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah, he's got that little grin on his face. That's got to feel good. Step on out here to the microphone, Alvin. How's it feel, buddy?
Good.
Good. Tell me about it.
I got off to a decent start, and then, like, 3rd lap, I crashed right before the 10 Commandments, but got back up and charged.
There you go. So what were you expecting whenever you came into this season this year?
I was hopefully trying to get a win, but not now.
Not now. Hey, you know what? You never know what can happen, but good job on the 3rd place finish here in Moto 2. Who do you want to say thanks to?
Like I said, my sister, my mom, dad, grandpa, papa, Sardi Motorsports, Interactive Mortgage, TM for the bikes, OGs for the sick goggles, Answer, Dunlop, V-Ray, and Mika Metals, DT1 air filters. And everybody else, thanks.
There you go. Alvin Hill on a 6 and a 3 after 2 here at Loretta Lynn's, and a big smile with that 3rd place finish here in this second moto. We also have Logan Mortberg, I believe, going to be coming to the podium for a hole shot award. Is Logan around, or did he go on back to the pits? Have we seen Logan yet? All right, I tell you what, guys, if we find Logan down here, we'll get him up on the podium, but congratulations as he picks up the STACYC Stability Cycle Hole Shot Award here in this 85 10-11 limited class. Heading back up to the RacerTV Skybox to check in with Jason Wygant and Megawatt Matt Watson. All right, we do have him. I sat down here and I asked for him and I motioned for him, and all right, so Logan making his way up now. There it is. All right, Logan, congratulations to you on ripping the start out there, bro. Tell me about that one.
Yeah, it was a tough one, but we got it done.
So you got it done, and then you had your work cut out for you. What'd you end up finishing in that moto?
I think like 7th or 6th.
That was a tough one out there. The heat, the track, I mean, everything's tough today, huh?
Yeah, and recently at one of the regionals, I was battling for the win, had a hard crash and spliced my liver. Had a few broken vertebrae in my back.
Oh, so you're kind of coming back. Well, dude, that's a pretty big accomplishment that you were able to pull off there. Congratulations to you for that. Who do you want to say thanks to?
Thank you to my mom, my dad, Hoosier, the Moto Shop, Hannah Hodges, Viral Goggles, Deland Motorsports, Vertex Pistons, the Moto Shop, and everyone else. Thank you.
There he is, ladies and gentlemen. Logan Mortberg taking the hole shot, the STACYC Stability Cycle Hole Shot Award here in Moto number 2. Now back to the RacerTV Skybox.